Stop searching for a job because God has a bigger plan than you can see. And you may think you're stuck. You may think you're behind. You may think nothing is moving, nothing is opening, nothing is shifting. But what if the very silence you're hearing is the sound of God rearranging your future? What if the disappointments were not denials, but divine redirections? And what if the place you think you need to be right now is far smaller than the place God is preparing to take you? Because you're not lost, you're not late, you're not forgotten. You are being positioned, and you live in a world where everyone fears the waiting season, fears the uncertainty, fears the in-between. So they rush and scramble and panic and chase opportunities that don't fit and cling to jobs that diminish their gift and force doors that were never meant to open. And then you look around and everyone seems to be moving. Everyone seems to be succeeding. And you start asking, what's wrong with me? Why am I behind? Why isn't it happening for me? But the truth is you're not behind. You're being built, and you're not waiting because nothing is happening. You're waiting because something bigger than your understanding is unfolding. Because sometimes God closes every door so you finally see the one door you were born to walk through. But when you forget that, you start tying your worth to job titles, promotions, callbacks, offers. And when they don't come, you feel invisible and forgotten, and you pray, God, just give me something, anything, because you're tired and anxious and desperate for relief. But what if the worst thing that could happen right now is God giving you the thing you think you want? What if the thing you're praying for is far too small for the size of calling God placed on your life? And we live in a world that worships movement. So people say, just take anything, just settle, just accept what's in front of you. But something inside you resists shrinking, resists settling, resists stepping into a role that doesn't reflect who you truly are. And because you refuse to shrink, people assume you're irresponsible or unrealistic. But God didn't put you on this earth to fit someone else's plan. He didn't design you to fit into a job description someone wrote in a hurry. He made you with purpose. And purpose takes time. Purpose requires preparation. Purpose requires patience. And right now, nothing makes sense because every major breakthrough begins with confusion. And you might be in that moment where you're asking, why isn't God answering? Why aren't opportunities opening? Why does every door close? But what you call rejection, God calls protection. What you call delay, God calls development. What you call stuck, God calls preparation. Because if God let you into the wrong room, you might think that room is your destiny. And if He let you accept the wrong offer, you might build your life around something never meant for you. And every testimony has a middle, a season where nothing matches what God promised. And this is where most people quit because the middle is messy, confusing, painful, full of fear, comparison, disappointment. And the enemy whispers that you're wasting your life, you're unwanted, you missed your chance, you should settle. But the enemy attacks hardest when God is preparing something biggest. And if he can get you to settle early, your destiny shrinks, and fear rises and doubt grows.